MikeDanoLightReading.com titled on this article, Network Sharing Deal Between AT&T Dish is Unlikely But Possible, according to analysts. Wow, okay, so this could potentially blow your mind, stuff like this. Let's see what this is about here. Following the conclusion of the FCC's big mid-band spectrums, well, the last two auctions for mid-band spectrum, you got a potential deal between a third and a fourth carrier. That would be AT&T and Dish, some type of network sharing agreement. Wow. Let's see some of these terms in here, what they're saying. Okay, so for the most part, AT&T and Dish have a pretty healthy relationship, whether it's like satellite, direct TV, Dish Network, and now with like wireless, they've got that agreement for network access. AT&T providing, the LTE stuff and Boost Mobile service as the mobile network operator, the MVNO agreement with Dish as they build out their 5G network. I mean, there's some credence to this. All right. So some have pointed out that the spectrum holdings are pretty well aligned. This, according to Walt Pychek, uh, a good follow on Twitter if you guys want to check him out there. And honestly, I agree with the title. While it may not be probable, it is possible. You look at these types of alignments with spectrum, a network sharing agreement could potentially work. All right. So we're not saying that it's a slam dunk that it's going to happen, but the speculation has warrant. Ergen has spoken to this a little bit. He said, though things are not settled yet, I think it depends on how the relationship goes. So he's leaving the window of opportunity open. We know the cost of building out networks is very expensive, tens of billions annually for some carriers, right? And over the course of a decade, right, that number could potentially hit $100 billion. And we know that that is Dish's challenge, trying to build out a national network. And this could potentially be something they need to investigate, but it does not overcome this barrier. Is that, according to CEO of Crown Castle, and for those of you that don't know who Crown Castle is, they own tower sites. They're a company that builds and has leases for tower sites that the carriers co-locate on, right? So on a Crown Castle site, you may have Verizon, AT&T, and T-Mobile all on the same site, and now Dish. All right, their Crown Castle towers are all over Ohio. They're I mean, so many of them. American, uh, what is the other American Tower? Like, there's all these other tower companies, but they're huge, small cells and macro cells. He says that the way that these leases are constructed, they actually can't do this. AT&T and Dish can't, but they could renegotiate leases, and it could work. All right, so there are some things there that they would have to overcome, and there's some things involved there. But in terms of like the DoD spectrum that just uh, you know successfully auctioned, that aligns really nicely that they could work something out there. They have other holdings with AWS that makes sense. And, Dish has a couple things that maybe AT&T would be interested in. So it is possible. And this is not something that is uh, unprecedented internationally. We see this in other countries, and we know that Dish is going to have to think outside the box to really become a competitor and build out their network. So this is an interesting read. You guys can head over to lightreading.com. This article from Mike Dano, he does cover a great deal and has very good insights. I will say well connected on these matters. So check it out and tell me what you guys think. Comment down below. You are the voice of the people, the SMT Nation. Let your voice be heard. How likely do you think a network sharing deal is between AT&T and Dish? Uh, Unlikely but possible. That's an easy one. I'm going to put it at 51% possibility. I think more than it's a better chance of it happening if it happens sooner rather than later, like within the next year, right? Let's put it at a 51% possibility. Before I shoot it down, I just throw that out there. What do you guys think? Like, share, and subscribe for more. Turn on the bell notifications to never miss an upload. Link in the description for my Twitter and email and my Patreon page. Support us there and get early access to content and exclusive videos not found anywhere else. Thanks for supporting and watching. We will see you all in the next video. Peace.